This is the Blackout Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Blackout Podcast, where I get to talk to amazing people that do amazing things. And today, I've been trying to get him to sponsor the podcast.
Absolutely. We'll talk about that after.
And I have Jeff Cusick of 902 Lit Clothing.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
Also, thank you for the amazing outfit you put out. And it's almost like if you give someone your clothes, they like succeed. Because, there's a thing, usually people celebrate you after you've become the person, the
Right.
star and stuff.
Absolutely.
But I like that you just, you believe so much in whoever the person is, and you start from the person ground up and just grow with the person. Because I remember seeing you made the fight night is lit outfit.
Absolutely, with Tyson Cave.
I was actually panicking when I saw that. I'm serious. Because I'm thinking, you kind of want to wait for the guy to win the match and be like, oh yeah, he's wearing this thing. But you believed in him and his skills so much, and you just had him.
Well, the fact of the matter, I mean, he's an established boxer. He's known around the world.
Sweet.
I mean, he's fought on ESPN Friday Night Fights. He's made his name, and I actually went to his press conference for the 2-1 at the LeBron.
Yeah.
Not with the intentions of meeting him, but to see Rude Dog and Knucklehead Tyrone of the Trailer Park Boys and drop off some merchandise with them.
Yeah.
And he approached me and said, "So tell me about 902 Lit."
Oh wow.
So I said, "Absolutely." So I got on with the story, and he said, "Sponsor me. I'm going up to do the press conference." And I said, "Okay." So I'm on the phone with the wife.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tyson Cave? Yeah, we're sponsors in the next fight. She says, "Who's Tyson Cave?" I said, "Never mind." So figure I'll call my dad later. "Hey, Dad, guess what?" So so we did the ring gear, we did the shirts, and like I said, he's established.
Yeah.
He's established. So I mean, yeah, we definitely try to sponsor and connect and link with anybody and everybody. That's our thing. Is like we don't want we don't want to associate ourselves with just the people with 10,000 followers.
Gotcha,
If you've got 3 followers, we're for you. If you've got 3 million followers, hopefully you'll be for us.
So let's rewind and start. How did it start for you, 902?
Oh wow, 902 Lit started. A little bit of the backstory. I moved originally from the States, Maryland. Moved up to Nova Scotia in 2006. Things didn't work out quite as planned, but fell in love with the province and the people. Decided to stick it out, see if I couldn't make it work. 2008, met my now wife, and long story short, I said, "You know what? I'm at the time I was 40 years old. I said, let's throw our hat in the, throw our name in the hat and see what we can come up with." So just all, just for the pride of place, Maryland will always be home, but this is home now because this is where my friends, my family, my daughters will grow up, and the people are amazing, and we've met amazing people and continue to meet amazing people, and it's just something that we're having fun doing. We're scrounging to pay bills, but you know what? We're having fun doing it, and until the fun stops, 902 Lit's going to be out there.
How did you even come up with the name?
902, of course, in 1947. That was the area code for PEI and Nova Scotia, and Lit. The word lit. It's kind of evolved over the decades. And in the 50s it was groovy, or maybe that's the 60s. In the 70s it was radical. In the 80s it was tubular, and awesome, and then it's just graduated to lit. And lit, a lot of people associate it with being high, stoned, drunk, and you can that's lit too. I've got a 70-year-old aunt You know, she's very religious, you know, but she's picked up on the lingo, and you know, she'll go to church. She'll go to church, choir practice. She'll come home. Choir practice was lit. I'm like,
No way.
Aunt Marie, don't, no, choir practice wasn't that lit. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. So, you know, lit is all what you make it.
Yeah.
You know the Blackout podcast today is lit. You know, not just because we're here, but you've got the who's who of the 902 of the area. You know, and that's what, you know, in you know, 10 years from now, if lit is no longer one of those words, if they decide to take it from the Webster's dictionary, you know, you might see one of our shirts hanging up in Value Village, and it might be a collector's item by then.
Yeah. And so, do you remember? I mean, I guess, you know, because when we're talking, you pretty much everything is handmade.
Everything. I have zero graphic design background. I used to draw, you know, when I was younger. Kind of set it aside, but you know, everything that we own, everything that we put out, is either designed by me from our classic logo, to you know, we've got the Nova Scotia bear with the flag. You know, a lot of people don't realize, but if you're going to use the Nova Scotia flag in a design for clothing, you have to have permission.
Oh,
It's, you know, it's
I didn't
you know,
know this.
it's public domain, but the you know, and it's as simple as reaching out to the province house and saying,
Yeah.
hey, you know, here's a couple of the designs, and then you get a licensing agreement,
Oh,
just like that.
Wow.
But my 8-year-old, she designs all the kids' clothes, the 902, and she came up. She said, "I want 902 lit for kids with a Z at the end." You know, so I mean, she's keeping it hip. So, you know, she designs all the kids designs.
So it's
We
given
des-
it in the family.
Absolutely,
Wow.
absolutely. We've got a 2-year-old, and I can't wait until she's old enough to scribble something down, because that's going on a shirt too. 902 lit for toddlers. You know, they'll understand it.
Yeah. And why are you so passionate about the line?
I believe in it. I believe it's a great alternative, for, you know, some of the other clothing lines that we have out locally. I'm very proud that our clothing line is probably one of the only clothing lines that doesn't have an anchor or a lighthouse. I'm not throwing shade. Come on.
More like, you know, it's funny because so I have friends in South Africa, and the person was like, why is it that, you know, where you are, Nova Scotia is known for lighthouses? And I didn't have an answer, right? And then I found that out there are over 400 whatever lighthouses.
Absolutely.
There. Like, shit,
Absolutely.
okay.
But we're also known for so much more. You
Right.
know, but the thing about it is we're you know,
Narrow
people.
down.
It's
Peggy's Cove.
Peggy's Cove.
Yeah, that's kind of it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then,
People
like,
think of-
there's more.
Absolutely. There's so much more to it. There's so much more to it. And that's what we're trying to get out. And like I said, you know, like the black bear population in Nova Scotia. There's a black bear population in Nova Scotia. So you know what? We got the Nova Scotia bear. You know, and that's been pretty popular.
Yeah,
my man
whenever-
DJ IV's got one of those shirts. So we were pretty stoked when he got that shirt.
And you know what? How do you? I guess. So I know with the Tyson Cave thing happened,
Yes.
you have, and then there's a guy in the new Classified video with the hat.
Tyrone Knucklehead.
Yeah.
Tyrone of the Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And, you know, so you have people really. Why do you think it also, you know, it's one thing that you're passionate about it, but why do you think it actually resonates with the people that wear it?
I just think, again, pride of place. I mean, people are proud to be from here. They're proud to be from Nova Scotia. You know, Nova Scotia has, you know, there's so many. I mean, and it's the case anywhere you go. There's bad people, and there's bad publicity, and there's bad press. But if you look past the negativity that's on the news or in the radio, there's so much good. And like, you know, we were very early in the stages when Tyrone reached out to us, and he was like, I need to get some of this. I didn't understand why at the beginning, and you know, we hooked him up with, you know, some stuff, and you know, he's part of the 902 Lit movement,
He
and we
does.
appreciate it. And Pat Stay, I mean, the goat of battle rap.
You know, the thing about Pat's Stay is I think why he wins, like my theory for why he wins so many battles is the people he battles don't he goes at it psychologically.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
So like if you start before him, you've lost already.
Yes.
And then even if he goes first, like you
can't follow up.
Exactly.
You can't follow
so
up.
So it makes it he's so psychological when he's when he's at his battles. I've watched a lot of it, and one of the most the one that made me realize that he might never lose was when he had a battle with this trans person.
Yes.
And like just Pat Stay trans person is already like, oh shit, oh my god.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
then the way he took it to, it's like that's I mean I've seen all of these battles that I really love, but that one, how he took it was like, yeah, you can't win this guy.
And he's always progressing. And it's like, I mean, when he walks out on stage and he's dressed like $1,000,000,
Yeah.
he's got the Dolomite outfit down pat, and it's like you said, you're already defeated
Yeah.
when he walks on stage.
It's not actually fair to the people. Like, it's not fair because
no.
like he needs to battle a clone of himself. Now that's
he
what
does.
Yeah, because when he comes out to talk, and like just when he comes out, it's like, oh fuck, it's a problem.
And then he's mixing the comedy, and then it's like all of a sudden the crowd's lighthearted, and it's like, what's he doing? Then all of a sudden it's just the dagger.
Yep.
And it's like, wow.
Yep. And
wow.
Another thing he knows how to do that most of his opponents don't do well is he does I mean, he's dissing the person show, but he's talking to the crowd.
Oh, absolutely.
He pulls the crowd into this fight that is happening, and everybody out there's on his side is like, fuck this guy.
And if they're not on his side, they're on his side by the end of the first round.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow.
Yeah, no, Pat. Yeah.
No, Pat's
Yeah,
Pat's
I
a
remember
character.
singing Wing that I was like, oh, fuck, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's something
I mean,
else.
it was also in the classified video.
He was
too.
also in Supernova Scotian.
Yeah.
Yep. Most definitely.
Wow. So, I guess, you know what? But another thing that gets me with the outfit is like the colors. How do you pick the colors?
I don't pick the colors. My 7-year-old, when she was 7, I said, "Look, we're coming out with some bright, fun summer colors. What do you want?" She grabs the catalog. This one, this one, this one, this one.
Oh wow!
All right, there you go. Done.
Wow.
You know what? And like the pink on pink, the black on black.
Yep.
We had Carolina blue. We had Daisy yellow. The fuchsia. I don't know what color it is, but she's picking out all kinds of colors.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going with it. My cell phone is rose gold because I let her pick it out. And the poor guy at the cell phone kiosk, he said, now that your daughter's gone, you want to switch this up? I said, why? Because it's rose gold. I said, are you second guessing my daughter's decision on color? Well, no, I just figured. I said, well, you figured wrong.
Yeah.
So no, just a different choice. We want choices for everybody. If you don't want to bear on your shirt, you get the traditional Aboriginal the eagle, the Kiptu design. Kids, like I said, I'm from right outside Washington D.C. So the DMV, it's D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. I've got love for all three of those states because that's where I'm from. And we've got the DMV shirts with the DC, the Maryland, the Virginia flags, the Metro Transit map in the back. We've got the go-go go-go music is the birthplace of go-go music is Washington DC. And go-go music is like they've had quite a battle lately in DC with gentrification and right. So everybody wants to shut go-go down.
Gotcha.
I'm from Maryland. I'm not claiming to be from DC, but I absolutely support the fight and the struggle, and go-go is DC and DC's go-go. So
and another thing that stands out to me with just 902 Lit and the people that wear it is there's this whole bond like a family. And
Absolutely.
now hearing you talk about your daughter and your wife, everyone is involved in it. So is the way where you see that it started with your nucleus, like your super close, neat family, and then you decided to blow up that family and bring people into
Right,
it?
absolutely, and it's like when the first major support for 902 Lit came from the local hip hop community, and there's so much great local hip hop here,
I agree.
and it's like, the underdogs, they reached out and said, We need some stuff." It's like, "Well, where you guys located? Because I'll come to you." And of course, Chris says, "I'm in the McDonald's parking lot." So I'm meeting those guys in the McDonald's parking lot.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are surprised. Like, I mean, if you're local and you want to support, we'll deliver. We deliver because we want to meet the people that support us. If you're working a job that you don't like, and you decide to spend $35 on a shirt or $30 on a hat, that's 2 hours, 2.5 hours that you're doing something that you don't like, but you took a chance on us. So I wanna come meet you, shake your hand, hey, thank you.
I agree.
Yep.
I mean, that extra thing, because you might as well just put it in the post office and send it out to
Exactly.
the person. But it's that
Exactly.
personal touch that stands out for me with what you do. It takes a little bit more though.
It does. It does. It does. I tell my wife, I'm just going to Highfield Park to drop off a couple shirts. Okay, so that'll give you, you'll be back in 45 minutes. Okay, sure. And then 3 hours later, what took you so long? Oh, dude was great, we talked, went over to Tim's, got some Timbits, sat down, talked about the wife and kids. She said, "But you just met him." Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But how else are you going to meet people? So we're using this as a vessel to get out and meet everybody that we can.
Yeah. And I remember you telling me about this guy's. What's the story? Tell me the story about this guy.
Oh, okay. Yep. So we decided that we wanted to do something special, like when we set up at trade shows and different things like that.
Yeah.
So everything that we do is local. The tags, I sew the patches on myself, the screen printing, everything. So with the tags, we went to London Rubber Stamp Company right there off of Roby, and we got a custom stamp made. And I put my 7-year-old to work. I said, "Here they are. Just go like this. Just keep going like that." And sure enough, she had a blast. She had a blast.
Yeah,
and she loves being a part of it.
Yeah.
And she keeps coming up. She's like me. She keeps coming up with designs. I need to put that on the back burner and focus on, continually getting the word out.
So why do you think? I mean, she's super involved. Like, was there something you did?
I hope that I'm raising her right. And she's just. I mean, we're a close family.
Yeah.
And she's just an awesome kid, and she just wants to be involved. And I'm not going to say no. And that's one issue that I think is a major problem, is like a lot of parents and guardians telling young kids no from the get-go. It's like, I mean, that design, I mean, a little 7-year-old comes up to you, "Hey, Dad, look, I got this design for you." And it's like, let's throw it on a couple shirts, see what we can do. And when I showed her the shirt, she just over the moon.
Yeah.
Over the moon. And then they sold out, and she's got more money than me. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and sign the business over to you, hon. But no, she just loves it.
Yeah.
She loves it.
When and how do you handle, I guess, time?
What's no time. No time. We make do. First we're mom and dad. And then, if we're lucky enough to have one of them go to sleep or go to Nana's or something, then we, get on the computer and we're working on business plans and designs and contacting local retailers and just seeing what we can do to get out there and, trying to make it work. There's not a lot of time, left in the day, but, we're not killing ourselves. We're not, we're not double booking podcasts or anything like that.
You're not gonna let that
No.
Okay, so here's what happened.
Okay.
I have a sequence, right? And it's worked like clockwork, except this one time.
Okay. Okay.
And so just one time, it just turned out to be you. And I did that on purpose, right? So that I'll let you sit down and soak in the studio and see how people flow. So that when I'm bringing up my plan, like, this is how we're going to do this and this is what we're going to do for 902 Lit. You'll be like, yeah, sure, I saw it. Like,
yeah, you threw me off my game plan a little bit. My hair's a mess. My makeup's running.
So, and what are some of the plans you have moving forward?
We've got a couple things in the work. Like I said, we've got we've pretty much done everything so far on our own dime. No grants, no loans. So we're working on business plans. We're working on reaching out to a couple retailers. We've got something big coming up for September, but we haven't quite gotten the green light to say anything. But that could potentially be huge for us. That's just another step, and I don't mind taking stepping stones, to get where we need to go, wherever that may be. So it's just taking it day by day.
Do you find that because you love what you're doing, even though there's a grinding involved, it's easier?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like I said, I mean, if when people purchase stuff, I'm super happy because like I don't, I'm not reaping in the benefits where I can go to Atlantic City and just like, hey, we just sold this.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you know what? I can keep my cell phone on for another month. And again, it's just like reaching out and like when we deliver and it's like, let's get a selfie. Let's post it. I post it. They post it. And then it's the story that they put up. Like, hey, this guy traveled an hour and a half to deliver a shirt. Not only to save me $9.95 shipping and handling, but because he wants to meet the people that support him. And it's like on social media and stuff. I don't like the term follower, or supporters. You're not following me. Nobody wants to follow me, but support me and we support you. And that's just what it is.
And talking about social media, how do you find that? How did you even get, how did you start that and how are you handling it now?
Accidentally and very badly.
Oh no.
Yeah. No, I my wife wants to take social media in a completely different direction.
Oh, okay.
Me, I'm having fun posting music and just random people wearing our stuff and, posted the picture last night of the RCMP showing up at our house at 4 a.m. to welcome us home. It was a horrible, horrible day of travel. We get to the airport and we're diverted. Thunderstorms in Toronto, so we land in London. Sit on the plane for 4 hours with, it was all you could eat mini pretzels and lukewarm water, but they wouldn't let us off, and they wouldn't even give us. We just sat and sat and sat. Luckily, like the dozen kids that were on the plane were better behaved than the adults because we were all getting upset. And then we get to Toronto, fast forward, we end up getting in Nova Scotia around 3, home, showered, cleaned up, in bed by 4. Next thing we know, we got flashlights in the house. Come down, it's the RCMP. I'm like, what? So I'm running downstairs, can't see anything, got my glasses off. Two cars, 5 officers. Yeah, we thought you might be being robbed. I'm just trying to get some sleep. Okay, good night.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
If I'd have thought quick enough, I'd have given them some gear.
I mean, they were doing their job, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So where were you coming back from?
Maryland. We
Oh.
were in Maryland
Oh, okay.
and visiting my folks, and made a couple connections in DC. Um, Josh Blocker. Josh Blocker. You need to check him out on social media.
Okay. What are some of the things you say your wife is kind of taking the social media of 902?
Absolutely.
And what are some other things that she does? Because it seems like your daughter is doing everything.
I tell you, my daughter is heavily involved,
Yeah.
and if I knew that she wouldn't put videos of her playing with her dolls on 902 Lit social media, I'd let her be in charge of it. But no, my wife just wants to clean it up and just let everybody know about the products and just what's available, what's coming out, things that we've got in the works.
Yeah.
Where me, I'm just all over the place. I'm all over the place. There's going to be a ton of Blackout podcast posts coming very soon. They're incoming. They're incoming. But no, she's in PR. So she's yeah. She wants to kind of be more involved, and I'm all for it.
I mean, it makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because, you've built this movement, and not just in the city, but like outside too, right? So it's great that 902 Lit started like, let me just do this thing to what it's like today.
Right.
What are some of the lessons you've learned so far?
One of the major lessons that I've learned, and I keep making the same mistake over and over again, is vesting too much trust into people when they say, like, hey, you know what, we've got a huge opportunity for you.
Gotcha.
And then it sounds like a huge opportunity, so we spend $1,000 getting merchandise done, and we got all this stuff ready, and then the deal falls through, and then so you're left with a bunch of stuff. So just so it's just and it's me just wanting our stuff out there, and like looking at the potential, like this could be huge, and then it falls through. So we're just, right now I'm just taking a step back, and we're just going to focus on, some of the stronger designs that we have, and a lot of people are, and that's another thing too, is like, we always put out polls and stuff on social media, like, what would you like to see from us? So like tank tops and bandanas and different things like that. So, we've definitely, we like the input. We like giving people the choice, not only choices, but choices that you want. It's like, do you want snapback hats or flex fits? So, if it's close enough to 50-50, we get both. So, we're not going to tell you what to wear, Yes, sir.
Wow. And I guess now I was just thinking of something, like when you sit down on the computer or you design, draw on the paper or whatever, do you get to a point where you think, oh man, I'm taking on too much?
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's where my wife and 8-year-old come into play, because they'll say, we can see you getting frustrated. Just close it up and walk away from it. And that's what I do for either a couple hours or a couple days, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes. And if it's something that isn't important, if it's like just some new design that I said, oh, this would look good on a shirt. If it's something that's not a priority, then save the file as is and just leave it until that's rehashed. If it's rehashed, it could be 3 months, it could be 3 years, it could be never.
Was that easy to get to that point?
No, absolutely not. No. 10 o'clock bedtime. You coming up? Yep. I'll be right up. 11 o'clock. Where are you? You got to take the girls to bed. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Where are you? I'm leaving for work. leaving for work. So yeah, it was difficult to get to that point, and it did take a while, and it still does. Sometimes I get wrapped up in in something that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Now it's, we're going to concentrate on, like getting commercials and different things like that. So, we're just slow steps.
I mean,
because I really don't know what I'm doing.
I think you're being too hard on yourself. Because, the thing about let's say a good product. A good product is one where you see the person behind it 120% believes in it. It doesn't mean that it doesn't have to be great or whatever, but when you see the person behind it's absolute. I'm just gonna say Apple is okay, but it's just okay.
Right.
But the people behind it make you believe it's fucking God. And your outfits is not just like they look great, but the person behind it is like 110% behind this thing, all in. So when someone goes in all into something, like, okay, yeah, well, there's something definitely there. Like the person isn't crazy to do this.
Right.
I'm, also jumping in on this ride with this person. So yeah, I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. I watch your Instagram and it's fucking great.
Good, thank you. I'll tell my wife. Maybe you can send her a text.
No, I think it's great because to me 902 Lit is about people that care strongly about something, about where they're from or where they are now calling home or this place they live in, right? And whether they are 5,000 miles away or just next door, they really do believe it. And let's be honest, man, Nova Scotia is just super nice.
It is.
Like, if you leave, like, even if you were a total asshole, if you leave here for a while, you just notice, oh, fuck, I'm nice. You just,
right.
You just notice I'm nice. So I think, the warmth and the community building that comes with being Nova Scotian or even just living here comes through the 902 Lit clothing.
Absolutely, and that's what we're hoping. Whether you're from here, whether you've visited here, like my parents have only visited here once because my sister's got muscular dystrophy, so they can't travel. They take care of her 24/7. Yeah. But they still, and they still support, and they're getting the word out about it down home, and they run into people at the grocery store. So what's 902 Lit? And it's like, so then they tell, I went to Nova Scotia once, and then it's like, so then that person is like, hey, you know what? There's a guy that used to be from here, and then it's just getting the word out, getting the word out, and we always want it to be positive.
Definitely,
always positive.
Yeah.
We try, and I will give 1,000% credit to my wife and my 8-year-old for policing me on Instagram, because there are times when I want to tag certain companies or certain people, and my wife's like, you have to be above it. Yeah. You have to be above it. Yeah. They stole this from you. Be above it. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
You brought a lot of outfits out. We're just going to reconfigure the studio and then we'll talk about each one.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Awesome. Jeff, let's start with the
district. The District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., the birthplace of go-go. So go-go music is D.C. Yeah. Percussion-based, congos, bongos, drums. It's funk, it's blues, it's rap, it's everything in one, but it's its own genre. And so like Chuck Brown and the Soul Searchers, Chuck Brown, godfather of go-go, and I've always been a huge fan. My wife not so much, but the good thing about go-go is that hopefully like 902 Lit, I mean it transcends generations, it transcends everything. And so that's one of our DMV shirts. Yeah. DMV, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Yeah. My home before I moved here to Nova Scotia and started this 902 Lit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what stands out to me is that it's right there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the first thing that I read when I was thinking about starting this is that a lot of companies miss out by not having their name on their merchandise, and it's advertising. So
It's just there.
we want it out there.
Okay, pink, because I like pink.
Yes, that's your wife's shirt. You make sure she gets that.
I will
Okay.
make sure she gets
So
this one.
again, that was a color choice of my wife. So the pink, we did the pink and we did the purple. So pink on pink, and that was something that we were very proud of, and it was a very popular shirt. That's our classic logo.
Yeah.
So that's our brand. That's our brand logo. That's what we're pushing.
I like pink. I might actually wear it myself.
All right.
This one with your daughter.
Yes.
I remember you
Yes.
showing me. I'm thinking, she is pretty good at what she's doing.
Right.
Yeah,
So we were doing the 902 lit thing for about maybe about half a year to a year.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking at the time she was maybe 6, and she just came up to me with a piece of paper out of her sketchbook, and she says, "Dad, what do you think about this? Let's do 902 lit for kids."
Wow.
And I said, okay. So I looked at my wife, and my wife gave me the nod. So I went ahead and took. So that's her exact logo.
Yeah.
Just like that. So then I asked her. I said, "So what color do you want the hearts to be?" So she's got a mermaid logo coming out soon.
Okay.
And a lot of adults have been asking for that. So we're going to be doing that one. She's got 902 lit for kids. Kiss shirt. That's her favorite band, Kiss.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
Right? And then she's got a Popsicle shirt coming out. And we all need popsicles nowadays.
Exactly.
This is crazy.
Exactly, with all the hidden stuff. And this is one of
That's
the
just
original
another of
ones
the
too.
classic logos.
But like, you know what? I love color because I always wear black for some reason.
I always wear black as well.
So
Always.
now, like
Always.
whenever I can get color in my life, I try to get color in my life. I think how do you decide? When you go color on color, like
Right.
black and black, pink and pink, because this one kind of stands out with the white, and like the one you're wearing right now. How do you decide when you do one and not
Flip
the
a
other?
coin. There's no thought process involved whatsoever. I don't like thinking. People say think about it. I'm like, no, it's too much work. It's too hot to think about it.
With a hat,
Yes.
how do you decide which is a snapback, which one's flex fit?
We ask our supporters, what do you like? Do you like snapbacks? Do you like flex fits?
Oh, okay.
If it comes back 50-50, we get snapbacks and we get flex fits.
Yeah.
And we get a bunch of different colors so that you're not just stuck with black and maroon and blue. We've got like this is one of our new ones that we've got, the navy bill, the turquoise, and the birch. So it's like a three tone, and the ladies love that because it's a funner summer hat.
Yeah. Unfortunately, with the size of my head. Well, do you have toques for winter?
We do have tubes.
Okay, so
We
I'll
do
get
have
one
tubes.
for winter for
Definitely,
sure.
definitely. We've
Now,
got
you know what? I think I don't want to say this is my favorite one, but I didn't notice a flag till you told me.
really.
Yeah. I mean,
Come on, it's right there.
Yeah. I didn't notice the flag till you told me. But it's stunning, man.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So this you said it's all you.
It's all me. It's all me. And what could probably take a graphic designer, 2, 3, 4 hours to make, that took me probably about 4 weeks. But I'm proud of it.
Yeah, and what made you decide to do the bear? Apart from that, we have black bear here.
Just that. Plus, it's not an anchor and it's not a lighthouse. And it has. We get a lot of compliments and we got a lot of comments on it saying that this is a nice shirt.
Absolutely,
and that's what we
love
want to
it.
hear. That's what we want to hear.
Absolutely
I don't want to say this is a nice shirt. But when people say, hey, that's a nice shirt, or that's a nice design, or I love that, or and we're always open to suggestions too. We've got a lot of stuff going on for because 902 isn't just Nova Scotia's PEI as well, so we've got a lot of PEI stuff in the works, and Lit is across Canada, so we've got a lot of different provincial.
And this guy, the eagle.
That's special.
So I saved it for last because once I saw, I was like, okay, I wasn't really gonna go in sequence, but whatever happened, I wanted this one to come up last. What's the story here?
Well, my wife is Aboriginal, and just the history of the Mi'kmaq people, and once we started 902 Lit, just the love and support from the local hip hop community. So like Devin Paul, who's also Aboriginal, and Shift from the 902.
Yeah.
So I wanted to come out with a 902 Lit tribute to the Aboriginal people. And so those two, Devin Paul and Shift, kind of walked me through this, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to offend anybody or
Exactly.
raise concerns, because I want to do everything, and I want to do everything right.
Yeah.
The first time.
Yeah.
And I want to have people's support and praise from whatever community we're working with. And so Devin and Shift absolutely love that. They all have that, and it's just our way of paying tribute to the first people of Canada.
It's a great one, and I decided to put it last because sometimes we get caught up in the things we are doing that we forget that most things have meaning. Symbols are super important.
Absolutely.
Right? And if you're going to put your name on something, it doesn't matter how much goodwill you have. If you do it the wrong time, like people always remember the wrong thing. Even if you've done 5 million great things, it's the one wrong thing.
Exactly.
Like the one time.
Exactly. And this is a design because personally, and I know you had sent me the message earlier about the little bonus thing, the one thing that you. Anyway, so like our thing is like this is part of our lineup. This is something that's going to be available year round, not just during Aboriginal month.
Yeah.
I don't want to come out with something, would I love to come out with a pride shirt? Absolutely. But I don't want to be a corporation or a company that comes out with something just to make money during that month.
Yeah.
And then put it aside.
Yeah.
So this is a mainstay, and it's Devin had given me, the backstory just about the eagle as a spirit animal, and just how sacred the eagle and its feathers are in the Aboriginal community, and the Mi'kmaq word for eagle is kiptu.
Oh, okay.
So he's enlightened me. So I mean, when things like that happen, like they resonate with me, and anytime that I post that on social media, I'm giving Shift and Devin a shout out, because like they help, they like walked me through the process, and they just helped me out so much with it.
Man.
And
yeah, I love this one. I saved it for last because the amount of thoughts and the respect you put in that is something that's super important.
Absolutely.
Man, Jeff,
Always.
This was a great podcast.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming in.
I appreciate you having me.
Oh, it's a great pleasure.
All right.
Sorry for the hit.
No worries. No worries. It'll be snowing soon.
Oh, God damn it. Canada. Thank you very much for coming
Absolutely.
on the podcast
Thank
today.
you very much.
This is the Blackout Podcast. Thanks for listening.